Millions in Bliss, Day 6. Today, I want to talk about two things. But before I start, I just want to say that I just went to St. Gallen to an event for startup founders. I actually thought it was going to be about strategy. It was going to be about a business strategy, but it was about something else. And anyway, it was very interesting, and I gained some new knowledge and realized which things I need to do before I expand the business. And generally, it was great. I also met some new people, and it's always great to get to know new people. I feel a little bit tired, but I realized that I actually like filming these videos a lot. And now I want to tell you the story about how my perspective on filming videos changed. This is one thing that I want to share with you today. Before I dive into it, I just want to... I just had an idea to say something and I forgot what it was. What was that idea? I don't remember. So let's dive in to the topic of videos. About a couple of months ago, in my mind, I thought that I wanted to start filming videos. It was just a couple of months ago, but actually the idea to film videos, post them on YouTube, was there not only a couple of months ago, it was there for years, I think. The first time I filmed a video, which I thought would be a start of a reality show about my life, was when I moved to Switzerland and I started to settle in here. It's actually still on my YouTube, my other channel, but I think it's private, so you won't find it. But actually, it was about my life. It was just me in our flat. My husband and I just got married. Why did I say it in such a weird way? My husband and I just got married. And we moved to Switzerland right after we got married. And he went to work and I stayed home. And I started making videos. But it wasn't that nice. And I didn't continue. And then at some point, I filmed videos again. It didn't last long. It was different, actually. It was very different from what it is now. Then at some point, I actually decided to do a challenge and film a video every day on Instagram, to do a live every day. And I did, I think, for 20 days. It was also different. It was a challenge. It was, when it's a challenge and you talk about it publicly, it means that you make public accountable. No, you make yourself accountable to public. Even though I had some inner motivation, I still made outer accountability more important. And I did it with a very different feeling than I'm doing it now. And now I'm going to tell you the thing that I wanted to share about, but forgot. And this is about the fact that this was supposed to be a reality show about me being on a journey towards millions in bliss. And it is a reality show, but it's a little bit different. It's a reality show about what's going on in my mind and not about the events in my life. You see? So let's come back to what happened a couple of months ago. I had this idea that I wanted to film videos. And once I noticed this thought in my mind, I was watching a YouTuber who has millions of subscribers and millions of views in a video. They were making and publishing videos. And I watched them and I thought, that's so weird. That person is so rich. They don't have to film videos. Why are they doing it? Like, why, when someone is so rich, would they film videos? Would they still like engage in this? Why? Like, why would they do this? At that point, I realized that making videos for me was not something that I really liked doing. But I thought that this was a part of the process, that it was something that I needed to do in order to get somewhere else. And that was not a good idea. I mean, I'm actually quite tired now, like I'm sitting here and my eyes are a little bit heavy because last night was a little difficult. The little one couldn't sleep for like hours at night, and I couldn't sleep either because he was like rotating in bed and I was always afraid that he would fall off. So just a couple months ago I thought that filming videos was like a thing that I had to do in order for me to become popular, to become seen, to be able to share my music with more people, that it was like a means towards something. It was like something that I had to do to get somewhere else. And I also realized at that time, no, this is not the right thing to do for me, because like that I would be betraying myself. I would do something that I really didn't like doing in order to reach something else. That's not how I want to live my life. Like, I want to do only those things that naturally, like, that bring me joy, or let's say that I feel like doing. And someone might tell, well, you can't always do only the things that you like doing, that you feel like doing. Sometimes you have to do things that you have to do. And if I wasn't here today, if I didn't come to the stage where I am now, I might have believed that. I might have thought, maybe they're right. Maybe one can't always do only what one feels like doing. Maybe I have to do some things in order to get somewhere else, in order to get something else. Maybe. But now I'm here. And I can tell you for sure that what others might say is not true, because it is possible to live life and do what you feel like doing. And in the last week, after I started my journey named Millions to Bliss, I have experienced this since I started the journey. And now I film videos, not because I have to film them in order to get somewhere else, but because I want to film them. Gosh, my eyes are really heavy. But I want to share this. I am here in front of this camera, phone camera. The light is so bright. So that you have a nice picture. So that I have a nice picture. I want to have a nice picture, you know? It's not just for you. I am here because I want to do this. I feel like doing it. Yesterday, it was a very saturated day. I actually don't even remember what I did yesterday. Now I have to take a big break in order for me to remember what I did yesterday. Anyway, I know that I had lots of blissful moments. That's the thing. Since I started this journey, I have been noticing so much bliss in my life. It's amazing. And now I'm coming to this next idea that I want to share with you about how I'm taking action, how ideas that kind of encourage me to take action come. How one project that I started 2.5 years ago is now, it's on its way to completion. And I was doing it today and I was crying because it's a book. It's a book for children. And as a life coach, I learned a lot of theory about what is important for a child to know, to hear from their parents, to be more encouraged, to be themselves, and for them to live a happier life. I myself have benefited from those words, from the mindset that I learned being a coach, training to be a coach, and as a mom as well. I'm trying to pass on beliefs to my children that are supportive and that help them believe in themselves, be themselves, and be happier. And so 2.5 years ago, I started to write a book for children that has to be read to children by parents. And it has lots of encouraging messages. I wrote this text. I wanted to work with a publisher, but the publisher needed a finished product, but I didn't know how to do it, and so I stopped working on it. And yesterday I discovered one thing. I have audience. Hello. Нет. Yesterday I discovered one thing. I realized how I can use ChatGPT to help me put all my knowledge in order. Through the years, I've been writing lots of articles, lots of texts. Most of them are unpublished. Some of them are published. And it is actually a really good knowledge base of things that I've learned over the years, not only thanks to coaching training, but also thanks to my own inner explorations, thanks to digging deep into my inner self. I've had lots of insights that I love sharing. And until now, I didn't share much. I haven't shared much. You see, English is not my native language, so sometimes I make mistakes. Especially because now I communicate in 3 languages every day, and I sometimes confuse grammar. So, I'm so happy to share that. I think one of the benefits that I've already received from being on a journey from journey of millions in bliss is the fact that my ideas, my the things that I want to put out, my projects have started moving. I don't know how it works. I don't know why. My main focus has been to be in bliss as much as possible. And I have been consciously choosing to stop and to feel the state. And I have consciously been choosing not to do anything that I didn't feel like doing. And amazingly, things just work out. I think that the book is going to be life-changing for a lot of people. When I read the text today, I actually cried because it's so deep and touching. And I think every child needs to hear these phrases. Every child needs this encouragement and this like this embrace that can be also manifested through words, as it is manifested in my book. So, to conclude today's video, I'd like to tell you, please welcome a soon-to-be author of a children's book. It's amazing how it works. And I'm so happy that I'm able to enjoy the process. I wish you all the best and see you next time.